Thought I fucked.
Hello, everyone.
He gave you a piece of bacon.
He slapped it on my face and then made a dick joke. I sure didn't start the captions.
No, you didn't.
Why, Sarah? Look what you did to her.
Look what you did to her, dude.
Same as last time.
Straight.
It's terrible.
Monster. Unforgivable.
I know. It's truly horrible. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're doing well this evening. We are Not Great RPG, and we're here once again for the Lost Kings of Adoris. I am Don, your DM for this campaign, and when Sarah gets back, we're going to go around our table and introduce ourselves, but I assume, as is the case with the last time, John will tell me that I don't control him. And
I'm John and I play
yep.
Marcus. Look what you did to her.
I'm pulling her in. We're speedrunning.
Someone has manners here, and
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. I had to stop and pet Midland too.
Of course.
It's
up.
my turn?
Yes.
I'm Sarah, and I'm playing Dandelion.
I'm Autumn, and I play Twig.
I'm Mike, and I play Mr. Pigeon.
I'm not Lawrence. I play Shay.
And as I said before, I'm Don, the DM for this campaign. 2 weeks ago, the Flame-Eyed One's Forgotten Sin. You guys questioned what that poem that you read might mean and assume that it refers to Marcus and the rest of the party as well as the corruption within the city. It also refers to treasures beneath the city seemingly guarded by the Flame-Eyed One, possibly the weapons that this demon used to make its way to the castle long ago. You guys ask Werner if there's a vault. If there is a vault, why has nobody found it? And he's like, well, it's really old. And our leader wrote it this long ago, and it's been passed down and kept safe for a long time. And he's going to be really thrilled to find out, you know, that it's coming true. And you guys are like, that's a weird sentence to say, that he wrote it long ago, and he's going to be really happy. And they're like, yeah, he's dead, and we keep his body in a box.
talk to him sometimes.
Yeah, we have conversations with him. With the Wanderer.
You gotta call him up.
Yeah, and then you guys ask if he was in the Wanderer or was the Wanderer, and he's not.
In the Wanderer.
Yeah.
Through the Wanderer.
Through the Wanderer. And they tell you that he's been preserved over generations from the Wanderer and the Wanderer's predecessors, so that way they can communicate with a ritual. Werner tells you guys that the Archives used to be a church before Ilmater was cast out of Greymore and Torm and Tyr were worshipped in replacement. Dandelion asks if the Flame-Eyed One is bad because she attacked the city, and Rin says that she would be unless the city was in a state that it is now, full of corruption, and then maybe she's not bad. Who knows?
Because bad guy doesn't mean bad guy.
Exactly. You guys asked more about their leader. Yep, I said that. Just went out of order. He tells you guys that his name is Magnus Barnes, and Marcus is like, hey, how do you know that it's Magnus Barnes? It could be somebody else. And they're like, well, maybe, but probably not, because there were people that knew Magnus Barnes at one point, and that information has been passed down, so logic would dictate that it is his body. But who knows? Anything's possible, I suppose.
You know, books exist, right? And that's how knowledge is passed. No, all right.
No.
Poor farm boy.
Words. Warner tells you that they will await your arrival at the tombs when you get there. You guys go to sleep. You guys awaken. Dandelion goes and gets some face paint from Mr. Pigeon and rubs it into Marcus's hair. Marcus is really upset about it, but is like, thank you for all of your great help. You guys smell breakfast. Ren floats out on the wind, and Shay spins him around and sends him back towards his room. You guys discuss how Dandelion is small, and she says that she has to visit Oberon in the lake to become large again, but that might not work permanently. And Marcus is like, all right. I would love to be in jail. Still.
Sweet freedom in that prison.
Captain Emmerich comes in with somebody that you guys recognize as Benjamin May, and are told that he's going to come with you during the assault. Yeah, he's mean. He says that Benjamin is his ward, sort of. He introduces himself. He's very loud and boisterous. Shay's like, no thanks, and leaves, goes to eat breakfast, taking all of the meat into his room, much to Rin's chagrin. Benjamin's like, yeah, I'm really hyped to take out John Dar and serve the crown. Going to be a great time. He talks about how grateful the princess was, and that he doesn't remember her name literally at all. But he saved her. There was a bunch of men at the fort, like 10 or 20, and he had like 10 or 20 men. Several were captured or killed, and he just, beat up the rest of them and rescued his men and then took the princess home. He also mentions that he's a paladin several times. He speaks about his father, who owns the mine in Greenridge, that he doesn't speak to frequently, and says that he has sent letters to him, but he doesn't hear back, and says that he hasn't heard from him in like 2 years. He says he gets letters from his mother who tells him things that are going on in Greenridge and things she's done. Marcus asks if he knows the king, and Benjamin says, yeah, he's come to see us a couple of times with some of his men. Captain Emmerich asks Benjamin to go get some water. He goes upstairs and finger guns you guys. He's like, hey, I'm sorry that he's, super abrasive and kind of the worst, but everybody deserves a chance. And, his life has been kind of a mess. And he hasn't really had a father figure. And believe it or not, he was worse when he got here. So, doing my best. Hashtag dad life. You guys discuss having Mr. Pigeon and Twig break back into John Dar's office to look for a litany of information regarding Greenridge, along with the May name and some other documents that you guys can get your hands on. You guys also talk about having Benjamin looking out for a courier to make sure that nobody is sending word to Greenridge about what's going on with John Dar, or that Benjamin doesn't do it by accident, because he seems to be pretty loose-lipped and not the brightest boy in the box. Shay says that he's going to talk to the people in the Thieves Guild to look out for this, along with a bunch of other information. Ask about the mirror for Dandelion. Rin asks for stolen goods. Give me a list. Give me the menu. What do you got?
And dynamite.
Marcus asks Benjamin to get a letter that his mother sent him, and Benjamin's like, yeah, I can probably find that, and leaves, and says that he'll be back for dinner. Captain Emmerich is asked if he's sure about Benjamin, and he's like, he's a good person, he deserves a chance to prove himself. The fight with John Dar will be difficult and probably humble him, and he, needs to get his ass kicked. Probably.
Whoa, I don't think, was that part of it? I didn't think that.
Nah, it was implied.
It was implied. I thought it was more that, we were just going to be so awesome that would humble him.
Well, that also,
okay,
too.
Oh shit, he's going to get his ass kicked.
Marcus asks if the Elvish Kingdom was gifted anything in exchange for the return of the princess, and Captain Emmerich's like, I'll let you know, probably, but I don't know. And he heads out to find out that as well, and we'll be back for dinner. Shay says that he's going to go talk to the Thieves Guild, and is like, deuces, and bounces. He was also told to ask about the moving of valuable waters now that Wolf Water has been lost, if there's anything coming out of the mines in Greenridge aside from ores, if Benjamin Sr. is alive, if they know that. The party wonders if John Dar had something to do with the capturing and returning of the princess and what he might be attempting to get. And Marcus says, well, if he's betraying the Black Flowers and has gone above them, he's going to need considerable resources, possibly more than a kingdom's worth, to avoid their retaliation, because they are the worst. Marcus says that they have to visit the archives to search for the druidic wizard man performing the strange experiments in the bog. His name is Eladril Philor. You guys are also going to look for the entrance to the vault as described in the poem. And then you guys will meet back up for dinner before Mr. Pigeon and Twig and whoever else wants to go breaks into John Dar's office after dinner. You guys, the three of you, continue to talk after Mr. Pigeon and Twig run to their room real quick to just prepare for the evening later. You guys talk about some strange things within the city, why the prison guards were elvish inside of a human kingdom, because that's weird. You guys admit that you don't know John Dar's true identity, and Rin guesses that it's almost certainly not his real name, which Marcus agrees. Dandelion thinks that the Black Flowers might have stolen the mirror and mentions a strange man that Oberon saw steal the mirror that day, an elvish man with auburn hair and pale skin wearing robes with a strange symbol of an ankh on it, with 2 gems inside of it, a blue one and an orange one. And Ren and Marcus are like, oh god, that's would have been helpful earlier.
Saw that guy like 2 days ago in jail, dude.
Became prison mates.
I can't, dude. He's my new best friend. His name's Tim.
Yeah, see, you make friends in unlikely places.
No, please. Timmy Gems.
I'm sorry?
Timmy Gems. You guys talk some more about some things, and then the door opens, the Wanderer walks in, and says that the carriage is here to take you to the archives, and Ren pulls out the chair and slaps the back of it and says, Magnus Barnes, and he's like, yeah, and he walks over. tells you about the ritual that they use to speak with the dead physical body of Magnus Barnes, which has been preserved over the years. Marcus asks if the spell has a cost, and the Wanderer tells him that it uses certain herbs, incense, plant matter, and that the body is required. You guys head upstairs to the carriage with Mr. Pigeon and Twig joining you. So we will pick up there. Shay, I will have you leave the room since you are out and about, and the 5 of you are piling into the back of the carriage to make your way to the archives. If you would like to talk about anything on your way as the carriage crackles across the cobblestones once more.
What time of day is it?
It's probably about 10 a.m.
Yeah, I'm still not over it. So why did he take all the meat? I mean, come on.
Who took what now?
You didn't notice you didn't have any meat with your breakfast?
Oh, that's right. That was strange.
He probably wanted to eat it.
Yes, we all did.
Who wanted to eat the meat?
Shay.
He took all the meat? Very strange. He's a thin man.
Maybe
Oh,
he
well.
doesn't eat much carbs.
What are carbs?
Please,
Complex-
please. No. We need to know more.
Like a complex
Yeah,
sugar?
very simple.
It's a kind of fish.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's carp.
only in the Feywild?
Carp.
Oh, carp. Okay.
They're pretty.
Do you know what carbs are?
That's a penguin. Fucking
Nice iced milk.
cracking open a cold milk. Oh my god. That's fine. We'll find you some meat later today.
Yeah, it's fine.
There's probably shops we can go to.
Would you like meat now?
No, I had breakfast.
All right.
I had some eggs and
So
stuff.
lunch meat.
I'll kill you.
Sliced deli meats.
Exactly. Meats for lunch.
Lightly salted, of course.
Very good. We could do that. Well, I feel like we're all ready for the day, right, everybody?
Yeah.
Everybody's got the plan.
What's the plan?
Damn it. We're going to the archives to find the wizard man who did the experiments in the bog. Remember Bog the Frog the Toad?
Of course.
We're going to ask him if he knows Bog the Frog the Toad.
It's pretty far away.
Bog the Frog the Toad?
Yeah, we've traveled a lot.
Yes, but we can ask the man in the archives if he knows Bog the Frog the Toad, since
That's
he worked
true.
in the bog, the frog, the dog, the bone lived in.
What?
Take me away
I get why you don't
to
talk.
jail, please. Hang me.
You chose to do this from episode 1. You made this choice. You could have pawned it off on the wizard, but you didn't. Good on you.
We'll keep her safe till the end of our days. Hey, we're gonna ask him about the weird experiments and stuff.
Sure,
The
yeah.
dancing plants.
Yep,
Yeah.
the dancing plants that punched you.
Remember those?
Yeah, I remember the plants very vividly.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping out of the water.
We gotta ask him why he's planting the flowers that Twig needs. Where he got that stuff.
How he even made them.
Also that. And, general, like, who the fuck are you kind of questions. Like,
Yeah,
why
like,
are you doing this?
What's your deal?
Yeah, like, there's a lot to talk about with this strange man that we're going to meet in the library.
This is Eladro, right?
And we're just, let's be clear, we're going to talk to him, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just eyeing Mr. Pigeon. We're just going to talk to him. Don't shrug. Just nod or don't nod. Right? Just talk.
It's not like
I'm going to look at Twig. I don't know what that means. Is he on board or... Please. Help me out. No!
Help me. It's fine. We're in a library. They know to keep quiet in a library. Mr. Pigeon's great at it.
We have to lay low. It's important that we don't just murder people in broad daylight in the archives. Right?
Or the area around the archives.
Probably at night, too.
No, we're going to kill somebody at night. We've discussed
that's
that.
different. We do have different plans
true.
for different times of
That's true.
day.
That's true.
Yes. Killing is for nighttime.
We should stay out of the library at night.
We have to go under it.
Yeah. We're looking for the vault.
Oh, that has to be nighttime too.
Yeah. Because there's killing involved. We
Exactly.
only kill at night.
See? starting to get the flow.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we killing at the vault?
We don't know.
Whoever's in our way.
That's not.
The doorman.
Like, I mean, if this Magnus guy doesn't give me the right answers, I mean, you can die twice, right? You can't speak with dead if there's no corpse.
True.
True.
I feel like this will go fine. We've got Dandelion here.
I'm pretty strong.
Mm-hmm. Feeling very confident.
Do you know how to... I'm going to flex.
And I have this. And I pull out my boomerang.
Is it?
It's a smaller boomerang.
Okay.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Making sure you're...
And I have this. Pull out my knife. It's also a smaller knife. Probably not as deadly as it was when it was bigger, but
Actually, I think it does the same amount of damage.
I think so.
It does. Anything is more terrifying.
I mean, technically, if we follow
Enlarge, reduce.
enlarge, reduce, then it would do less damage.
Oh my god, I just realized you're playing Shadow of Colossus, but we're not.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Pigeon, if you have any questions for the druid, can you interpret for him?
Wait, you can do that? Like, really well?
The subtle.
For those listening to the podcast, Mr. Pigeon has shaken his head no to that question.
Mr. Pigeon is sorry for the podcast.
Yeah, they have no idea what this guy is. You might not even be here.
It could be the coolest dude, or he could be, like, super weird. We have no clue.
Yeah, Twig's fluent in clown.
Yeah, I mean, are there any things that you think you might want to ask this wizard? I do not know if he has any relations whatsoever to the Black Flowers. But there's always the possibility, since he was working with the literal, physical Black Flower.
That would make sense.
Well, if you think anything on it, Twig will happily interpret for us. Dear God.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's good for wrap.
Shit.
Sure. Yeah, so you guys...
Cry quietly. I remember the fields of wheat.
I got rid of message. Damn it.
Why would you get rid of message?
Well, because there's... Are you kidding me? Do you know, the cantrips are great.
Message is a good one.
Yeah, but I don't need it. It's only for the breaking out of prison.
Mm-hmm.
That's alright.
Yeah, so you guys continue on, and about 10 minutes pass as the carriage makes its way through the city. You hear the sounds of people outside, moving about in the earlier parts of the day as you pass through the market, which is the only way to get over to that side of the city. And the carriage comes to a halt outside of the archives, and you hear the back doors creak open and the Wanderer is standing there. We have arrived at the archives.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
Do you mind waiting for us for when we have concluded inside?
Of
Or do you
course
have other
not.
business to attend to?
I will pull down the street and await your return.
Thank you. I would
If-
just make sure that I
yeah.
see the direction that he pulls, so this way when we leave, I don't have to walk out into the fucking open.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to ask, are there
Yes.
any guards around?
Not really that you can see.
No, I'm asking the Wanderer, since he would have had
Oh,
a clear
sure,
view
sure.
of us pulling up.
Got it. There are not many guards in this portion of the city.
It's the tombs! Like,
The archives themselves are protected by the scholars. The guards are not very interested in books and pages of old.
good.
I can go find him once we're done.
Yes,
I'm
you
just
can.
going to pull my cloak hood up and
Same.
Mhm.
kind of
Yeah.
hide most of myself.
Sure. You pop out of the back of the carriage and watch as he just pulls down along the side of this street. And you guys walk through a large metal grated gate into what would look like to you a church.
Mm-hmm.
Because this
Was
used
a
to be
church.
one.
Yep.
It is smaller in size than the
Bigger
newer
cathedral.
cathedral. but it is similar in nature with the tall, kind of spirally towers that cascade up towards the sky. It's also made out of stone, and there are wooden accents on it, and a deep wood that has definitely seen better days. This looks, fairly old and well kept for the most part, but it's definitely more run down than some of the more expensive areas of the city. And you can see that it looks like at one point there were stained glass windows in the windows, but you can see that they have been filled in with stone. Looks to be a different stone than the building itself.
Okay.
And you walk up to these...
To the doors.
Yeah, similar to the cathedral, these very tall, double, dark mahogany doors that are open, and you make your way inside, and you are greeted with this fairly expansive, open, church-like space in front of you, filled with rows and rows and rows of these very tall bookshelves with ladders. And as you kind of look up at the rest of this space, you can see this sprawling day-to-night scape painted on the ceiling. The sunrise, the side where you are entering in, cascading back to sunset and nighttime towards the back. You can see that there are, various different weather patterns and clouds and things that are painted on it as it's kind of illuminated from these floating seas of candles that are floating above, illuminating the space. In addition...
Is there a moon?
Yes. Yeah, in the nighttime area there is a moon, yes.
What state is the moon in?
It is a full moon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's the quarter?
Yeah, right? Where's my cheese, Don?
Well, that was a serious question. It's canon. Where is the quarter?
So you can see that in the nighttime area, the moon from one side to the other is painted in the faces of the moon in the weird
Cheese quarter.
fucked up cheese quarter.
Cool.
Yeah.
Where's the Pac-Man?
Actually, it's not. It isn't. It's like a normal moon.
It's a normal moon.
But I guess to you, it's weird because that's normal for you. So that's a weird fucking moon.
It's a weird
So,
moon.
like, we have traditional waxing and waning crescent.
It is not a weird quarter moon.
I have a question.
But it is a weird.
What
But
does,
it is.
What does the moon look like where I'm from?
Like that.
A regular moon?
Yep.
I was going to say, like, opening blinds. Like, it slowly ascends upwards.
Everywhere's different.
Yep.
No, so yeah, it's to us a normal moon. To you, this is weird because you've only ever known this weird cheese moon. Yeah. But this is a normal looking to us moon.
Human moon.
Yes, a human moon. And in the front area where this kind of large cobblestone floor with a red silken carpet runs up to this large mahogany wraparound desk, you see an older human, gray beard, long pulled back gray hair, half moon eyeglasses around his face, staring intently at something on the desk. And as you walk in and kind of make your way inward, he just looks up towards all of you. Can I help you?
Yes.
We're here to read.
I certainly hope so. That is the right place.
We're looking for a man who does his research and work in here. A man by the name of Eladrel Filior, I believe.
I don't know that name. Could you describe him? There are a lot of people that do research here. I keep track of books, not people.
I don't think we have a description for him.
Now, do you know when he arrived? Has he been here long?
Ooh, I believe we were told that he's been here several months. Nope, not that. Hold on, let me just check my brain.
He just kind of like eyeballs Mr. Pigeon.
Give him a little wave.
Yes.
gonna kind of look around. Are there any of the sections labeled near us?
Sure. Yeah. Make a perception check for me.
Okay, I was thinking the same thing.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's a dirty 20.
Okay.
16.
Okay. Yeah. So you see the books. The sections kind of start a little bit back from this desk, but you see a few are labeled. They're not necessarily. They're not like in alphabetical order or anything like that. They're kind of all over the place. You see one that is labeled "Residents of Fjordan."
I was gonna say the same thing, but I don't think.
You also see one that has to do with like wars and histories of wars. And Rin, you see the one about the residents of Greymore. You also see one about, like different farming techniques and like types of like plants and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but it is sprawling just like rows all the way straight back. But you can see there are numerous ones. They're not like on top hanging down or anything. But there are more up on like the second level that kind of wraps around. Kind of like if you're in a gym where it's got the like racetrack thing above the top where people run.
Gotcha.
There's like a second layer where there are more shelves up above that kind of are open up. Similar to how the church is in the actual like regular part of the city. So
Okay.
yeah, there is a lot of stuff in here.
All right, I'm gonna start scribbling on a little piece of paper.
Sure. Are you looking for anything in particular aside from this Eladrel? You said he's been here for many months.
Yes, realistically, he'd be researching plant life and things like that. I imagine he's an elderly man. But we do not know much about him visibly.
Yes, I know who you're referring to.
Oh, good.
He keeps to himself. He has a private room. Is he expecting you?
Well, I mean, based upon the information that he left for us, it seemed like he was looking for assistance in his research.
He for sure was.
And we have answers to the things that he is researching, so he might not be expecting us particularly, but expecting someone eventually.
Sure. Is he inquired about entertainment?
No, he's an exquisite explorer who has traveled far and wide and knows much about various locations in the world.
Wow, not a lie.
Uh-huh. Damn!
Sure, very,
You learn much traveling as performers, and he's seen things that are pertinent to Mr. Felliore's research.
of course. Well, he turns in this large chair as he kind of creaks around and points straight back towards the back. Head all the way to the end of the row by the statues. Make a left, there is a private room. Unless he is out gathering more books, you will find him there.
Thank you very much, sir.
Of course.
Have a wonderful day.
You as well. Please do be careful of the books. They are very old.
Yes. Oh, to see Mr. Fellior.
Good luck. I'm gonna lean on the counter and extend my hand.
Going on a date?
No,
I'm gonna start
with
walking.
the scribbled paper. I'm looking for these books.
He takes it from you. Did you message it to me?
No.
Oh.
Well, previously, yes.
Oh,
right. 2 months ago.
That's right. I gotta go back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you two would also be following me back towards talking to the old guy, or if you guys wanted to look at books.
It was about the flower stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd follow along.
Coming too?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Once he's read it, I'm gonna burn it.
Okay.
Press the digitation. Gotta do it. Do you need me to send it to you?
No,
You
I got it.
Okay.
Those are very intriguing requests. Those would be in the more restricted section of our library, towards the back of the library.
Gotcha. And as he's saying this, I'm gonna pull out my pipe. What's your policy on just light?
As long as it is not near the books, we have
Gotcha.
a smoking section.
Could you show me to both?
You just like centerfold nudes of this old guy and just get baked as fuck.
Oh shit! Yeah, it does.
Yup. Hey, where's the porn at? You care if I smoke in here? Some of the books are very old. He just like starts to pull his shirt back.
He's like,
Yeah.
God damn it! That's great. I did not realize it sounded like that. That's so good.
Totally
Should have waited until you guys left.
Yep, nope, totally just asked this dude for nudes and
No, I
you
didn't.
can smoke.
Wait, there's an addendum.
Nudes, please.
Yeah. So he, your friends make their way down the center of this library, and you seem to be following them with this older gentleman who stands and closes the book at the front and pulls himself off of his chair. Right this way. Do you have a name?
Rin? So you don't know like mending or anything? You're worried about books catching on fire?
I mean, they are very old. It is important that they are kept safe from elements.
So you do.
What?
How to cast mending?
Yes, I am a magic user,
What kind?
wizard. I like books.
So do I.
Good.
Probably not as much as you though.
I would be genuinely surprised if anyone did.
So do you run this place or?
Yes. I'm the curator. I obtain knowledge from other sources if I can. We have scholars that travel out and look for knowledge and bring it back.
Interesting.
Yes. Not many of us, mind you. It is not a lifestyle for the faint of heart.
So do you, I guess, trade in it?
I suppose so, yes.
Okay. Good to know.
Yes.
Maybe I can bring something back for you.
That would be very helpful. My name is Joffrey.
Joffrey?
Yes.
Oh no.
I think the young master has a type.
Joffrey Pagemore.
Older. Names that begin with J. Oh no.
Oh, this is G. This is G. Yeah.
Oh,
You said Pagemore?
Pagemore, yeah.
Did you pick your last name?
No, it is an odd coincidence.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I mean, typically people are given last names based on their profession, so... Right?
Yes.
So is
I
it coincidence or
did
not?
pick it. No, my parents made paper.
This guy's human, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My parents were paper makers.
Ah.
I prefer the contents of the paper than the paper itself.
What's your favorite type of paper? This is supposed to be an incredibly boring conversation.
Yeah. Old scrolls are nice. It's a
Just
different
older?
feel to it.
Do you know what it's made of? Something different?
It's made from reeds and bamboo.
Bamboo.
Yes, it holds up better than traditional paper. I don't know how to make paper.
I mean, hemp is much better. I don't know why you'd use
Pulp
bamboo.
it real good, buddy.
I smoke that, I don't.
Well, I mean,
use
you
that
could
for
also use
paper.
it for paper.
Just pulp it, yeah.
Just pulp it, dude.
Mm-hmm. All you need is pulp. A little pulp.
Mhm.
Makes very good for canvas.
Well, it's also great for relaxing.
Are you low? Do you need some?
No, I have plenty, thank you.
What kind you got?
Hemp?
What else? Got any halfling?
No, I don't do that anymore.
Kicked the habit back in '88.
I'm sorry, what? Is there a big difference? I'm sorry, I'm new to this.
Wizard's hemp is a bit of it's an acquired taste.
Can I try some?
Of course, I'll bring you some in the smoking section.
Great.
He continues to walk you down,
Is he gonna
following your
date every
friends.
old man we meet?
I'm just being friendly.
Is that what dating is too?
You're looking at it. Quite literally.
It's not dating.
And as you get to the end, you see your friends hang a left, and he leads you and also hangs a left.
Great.
Gonna Netflix and chill with this old dude.
And you pretty much follow your friends to the same section where he gets
Another old dude is in there smoking, looking at news.
Yeah.
This is the restricted area. Just pull out handcuffs.
You see,
Fluffy.
right. You see your friends walk into this closed off room with pane glass doors, and he leads you to it and walks you up to it. The private smoking section. It appears your companions have also come here.
I mean, you knew they would. Right? They asked,
Yes.
and then I.
You
But what
asked
about
me-
the other things?
They are immediately outside the doors here.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Of course. He pulls out a little satchel.
Satchel of what?
Wizard's hemp.
Wizard's
Well, the
hemp.
drug, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna put out what I have, dump it into my mage hand, back into the pouch, and put that in, and just light it and
Yeah.
go for a walk.
Yeah.
Dandelion, would you like to try?
I don't understand.
Neither do I. But the young master seems to be quite a fan.
Can't have any.
Damn, dude.
As I just walk
No
away
more.
down the. I hear you. No.
He said no.
Very selfish young man. It's all right.
Not selfish. It's given to me. As I'm looking through the book.
It's fine, Dandelion. We'll find you drugs later. Open the door.
I have plenty of halfling.
Yeah, so since it's a glass door, what the fuck does the dude inside look like?
Yeah. So
We
you
didn't
see-
actually have a description.
Does he looking at a scroll and his robe's open?
Yeah, dude, like, this dude beating off.
Can you spell his name?
ELADREL. And last name Philor, FILOR.
Do you want me to leave, or will I be able to hear them?
You'd be able to hear them.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you're literally right outside.
Okay, so I can shout.
Yes. Yeah. So you see a fairly tall, very pale, grayish skin, similar to Elena.
I was gonna say, are the windows in here blocked out?
They are similar to everywhere else in here. Yeah, it is dark in here, with pointed ears, long silver hair pulled back in a ponytail, and you see a side profile of him. You can see round glasses, and he has a grayish blue robe with a large hooded collar, and he has very large wizardy Merlin sleeves. And
Pigeon
you can-
sleeves, one
yeah,
might say.
pigeon sleeves. And you can see inscribed on the banding of the sleeves and the collar are the schools of magic, the symbols for the schools of magic.
Yeah, I mean, I'll slowly open the door and peep inside. You know, obviously it was glass. But I'll open the door and take a step inside.
Yeah, and this older elven gentleman looks over to you with a pipe in his mouth and book in his other hand. Yes?
Hello.
Pardon us for the intrusion, sir. We have some questions and information for you regarding your time in Limfair.
Come in.
Gesture everyone else inside.
Zip on in.
And close the door. Is he at a table sitting? And
He's
then
standing there's books in front of him, but he is at a table. He is standing, though.
Cool. If there is a different table, not the one that obviously he has a litany of books at, I would walk over and take a seat at a table adjacent or opposite his table, so this way we're not crowding his space.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you walk over and pull a chair out from this adjacent table and sit, and he just continues to hold the book and kind of looks inquisitively at you.
It seems you had an extensive opportunity to research different plant life inside of Plimfair, sir.
Yes.
We found some of your things left behind. Some to read and some not so friendly.
Yes, I had to leave in a hurry.
From them or from something else that was hunting you?
From them and running out of time.
Out of time?
Yes. Bit of a long story.
Long for you or long for us, sir?
Long for me.
Well, I think we have plenty of time before we have to tend to other matters for dinner, but we would be happy to hear it and do whatever we could to, assist you in understanding what it is that happened inside of Plimfair and with a particular flower of sorts.
What do you know of plants and these flowers?
Well, I mean, we have a fair amount of the research that you had left behind, including the names and purposes for them, what it seemed that you were experimenting with, and about the stormflower.
Yes.
We found the fairgrounds. It seemed as though there were individuals there that had taken up residence after you left. Or possibly before.
They weren't very friendly.
No, they were not. But we, dealt with several of them at different locations inside of the bog. And, the flower matters a great deal to us as well. Less so the experimental plants. But we do not know what you are attempting to do with them.
Protecting something. I'm not a druid. I don't really do the whole plant thing. Do any of you know plant magic?
I know a bit from when I was raised by druids, by shamans. It is limited, but I at least have a sense of understanding of nature to a certain degree. And our companion here is well acquainted with the flower itself.
Yes, you have very strange tattoos, dear.
Pretty normal.
Just over in the book section. No.
She has an oath of sorts, an obligation for a higher purpose with said flowers.
I know all about oaths.
Do you?
Yes.
Well, we would be happy to tell you what we know, should you feel open to doing the same, sir.
Knowledge for knowledge seems sufficient.
Yes.
Thank you, Vinny. Much appreciated.
And thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. Jesus Christ.
Well, we know that the flowers are obviously magical,
Yes.
divine.
Yes.
Very well. That is our good friend's task. Protection and, gathering. It is something that has only for her just begun. And that is why our journey brings us to you, sir. We heard that there were additional flowers that had been planted outside of Greymore. Or perhaps instead of planted, perhaps invasively spread.
Those flowers are not my doing. Nor are they the same as mine.
Where did they come from?
I do not know.
We, in our efforts to find flowers of this making, discovered a very holy sanctum, and that is where our friend was gifted with her tattoos. Kind of a divine spark of sorts. In there was a very strange... It was a tree, right?
Yes.
Half.
A tree that seemed quite unnatural.
It was a weird tree.
Very magical.
Half of it was weird. The other half wasn't that weird. But...
Magical, much like my friend here, who you can visibly see has quite a peculiar aesthetic.
Yes.
I would be gesturing.
Yeah.
to anyone, obviously. The clown.
Yeah.
Just big smile. A tree that looked like a clown, please.
I mean, one half kind of looked like him.
Uh-huh.
The other half kind of looked like me.
Yes, another side of the tree was wreathed in shadow. Very particular and strange magics, but this tree was found in the sanctuary where this very old guardian resided who bestowed upon our friend here her gift.
That does resonate with me.
With the gardens of Lothander.
Yes.
How do you know of the gardens of Lothander?
I too am a very old guardian.
Do you know the name Harrowell?
I do not.
She is the one that we found in the sanctuary inside of the mountains to the southeast. We ransacked a cave of bandits. However, there was an additional tunnel that led further inside of the mountain, with people that were petrified in stone. Armored men, elves, and dwarves.
I have heard of this.
Seemed to be a battle between observers of Shar, Lothander, and Saloon.
We have seen something not dissimilar. What do you know of storms?
There have been a few recently.
Yes, we know that the black flowers are called storm flowers by some. We do not know where they originally hail from. We know that our good friend here is from a place that held such a flower. Embedded in a tree, yes?
Where I am from, there are several flowers of Lothander.
Where are you from?
Within the area that I imagine your people would know it as the Blightwood to the south.
Why do you say our people?
I am very old. I am not really your people.
And was it not called the Blightwood when you were from there?
It was not always blighted.
What was it called before?
I do not know if it had a name. It's been so long, I'm sorry.
Were you there when it was blighted? Do you know what did it?
Death.
Well, that seems to, I guess in some way, bear a connection.
sacrifice.
That's new. Sacrifice in what way?
I do not know exactly what caused it, but there was a town nearby, Kenmare. In this grove of flowers that myself and 3 others protected, one of our number left on his... Every year one of us would leave to...
There's 4 people total, right?
Yes.
Yeah, him and 3 others.
One of us would leave in order to take stock of the world and find information and return. One of our men, by the name of Galeth Sarkin, about 100 years ago, left and did not return. Our druid, Hera, passed 150 years ago, leaving myself and Theolar, our cleric.
What was the druid's name, though?
Hera, Haera. We protect something great there, aside from the flowers. A gift from the gods, meant to be kept away from your people.
Something like a relic?
You could call it that, yes. Others have.
Then why are you here?
Because we are dying. And we attempted to make protectors. Druidic guardians of sorts. Hera had been working on something, a spell to animate these horrible plant things that you saw. But the corruption, this sacrifice,
in the Blightwood?
Yes, started to taint even our holy ground.
Unable to keep it consecrated, you mean?
Yes. I came here. This is the most concentrated area of knowledge that exists currently.
Certainly.
Needed to try to research for a solution to this problem, and as you understand, I cannot simply walk into a town and ask them to assist me in animating a plant guardian.
The
Yes.
ones we talked to were pretty scary, too.
Yes, they were. They aggressively danced at my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's how they protect.
Well, you said it was... His name is Eladrone.
Mm-hmm.
There's Hera.
Hera, yep.
Thaelar and Galeth,
Thaelar. And he was the
cleric.
cleric. And Galeth.
Mm-hmm.
What was he? Did you
Didn't
say?
say. We would ask what Galeth was.
Sure. He was our protector.
What do you mean?
Very strong. Both proficient in magic and, well, swordsmanship.
Oh. Okay.
We do not know what became of him.
How long ago was that?
100 years ago. He did not return.
He was going out to gather information to do the annual research.
Yes.
Where do you usually go to do this? Do you traverse All of the lands, or only the eastern side of the Mistlands?
Mostly this side of the Mistlands, but there is also sort of a broker of information that we worked with frequently called the Archivist.
Archivist. Where did you meet with this person, or would you only correspond through letter?
Meet with, yes.
Where?
They would find us. They traveled around. They do not remain in one place. I do not know how to contact them.
Man or woman?
Woman. Older.
Do you know her name or only her title?
Only her title.
What did she look like?
Cat person.
Lizard person?
Cat lady.
A big cat. No, older.
Meow.
Someone been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14?
No.
Oh no.
Older elvish woman. Bit of a rounded face. Curled hair. Like a grandmother of sorts.
A Gam Gam. It's in my notes.
Mrs. Gam Gam?
Mm-hmm. You've only, mostly gathered information from eastern sides of the Blightwood.
Yes.
Twig, what was your homeland called again?
What's her name for like the actual?
Island.
Yeah, I don't think you ever gave me one.
The Isle of Storms.
You mean you didn't pick a ridiculous name that's really fun and hard for him to say?
Like Helltowno?
You played yourself. Why are you like this? I picked fun names.
Yeah, seriously. Trees. Hidden.
Yangema?
Yeah,
Hidden. Come on.
I don't think it had a specific name. It was just shared by the two
Yeah.
Tabaxi clans. It wasn't inhabited by anybody else. I don't think it really had a name. It's not like it was a gigantic island or anything. It was pretty small.
Right.
Okay.
Hawaii.
Yeah. Big volcanoes.
What does Elena look like?
Is it that?
Similar to this.
Yeah, vampire lady.
Yeah.
Which not old Gam Gam, right?
No.
Okay.
So we wouldn't immediately associate.
I was
No. No, you would assume that either
name?
whatever she is. She said that she was a Dampier. He is either that or a full-blown vampire, as she either alluded to
before.
or indicated.
I think
But they look similar, aside from his silver hair. I believe hers was black, a dark black. But their skin color, the kind of like slightly mottled gray color, is pretty much the same.
just wanted to make sure she wasn't the Gam Gam.
Yeah.
It's been a while and I didn't write down a description for her.
Dandelion.
Yes.
Damn it.
What?
I can't ask it like... I was going to ask what did tits look like, but I can't ask that.
I mean, you can.
I can.
You should
This
ask
dude's
it like
high as fuck, so it's probably fine. Let me tell you about...
It's got that wizard head.
By the way, I can see through, if I
Yes.
like peer around the corner, I can see
Yep.
all of them and him.
Yep.
What type of elf does he look like?
You would associate that with a wood elf.
A wood elf? Okay.
Yeah.
Your, you know the thing you're looking for? Its owner, what did she look like?
Oh, she's beautiful. She's very tall.
Does she by chance have a rounded face and curly hair?
Right.
No.
She,
Is she a Gam Gam?
I don't know what a Gam Gam is, but I don't think she's one of
Oh,
them.
God. Poor child. Well, when we find her, you'll eventually understand what a Gam Gam is.
Is it an insult?
No, it's a wonderful thing to be called.
Then maybe she's one.
She could be. Does she have many children, and do those children have children? She might even be a great Gam.
She is pretty great. She's very strong and very beautiful.
All right, we'll come back to that.
She's pretty scary too. Our game's scary.
Some.
It's true.
Like really concerned for a second.
I mean, I just run back to that M. Night Shyamalan film, The Visit.
The game.
And there's a very scary Gam in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Great film. You knew this Galeth Sarkin?
Yes.
He disappeared 100 years ago.
Yes, he never returned from his journey.
That name sounds familiar.
Oh, yes, it should.
You're gonna tell me why it sounds familiar? You're just gonna let me sit here and I'll find it eventually if you want to just lead me to my
no,
to my searching.
No,
But that's up to you.
Terrible thing. He stole the child of a dragon.
Oh, so it's more recently.
And is the cause of the death of a town. Only some 30-odd years ago.
That is...
He never returned?
No, that is... I am... torn.
Wasn't that Ken there?
Uh-huh.
Someone that you knew named Galeth Sarkin stole a dragon,
Child.
a child, in this Kenmare, this village that I was aware of.
Yes.
So he was nearby the whole time.
Yes.
I don't understand why he would have not returned. Why he would have
You said
done these things.
You said you were attempting to create guardians?
Yes.
Do you think that might have been something that he was attempting to do? Steal a child of a dragon to be able to make guardians?
Don't think so.
What did he look like when you knew him?
Fairly tall, same as me. Pale skin. Long braided black hair. Piercing green eyes. Facial hair. Handsome by any definition.
Did you say no facial hair?
No, facial hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said he has green eyes?
Yeah.
Piercing green eyes.
And you said he was skilled with both magic and
Blade.
blade.
Yes.
Oh. Dear.
Yes. Should anyone have ever breached our grove, it was his job to, well, dispose of them. Not that anyone could, but should they somehow have done so.
Ren, while he's looking through his notes, if you want to give me an investigation check so I can give you some book titles.
My bones. Is that investigation?
Yes, please.
$17.
Okay. You find, as you're perusing and kind of listening to the very strange things coming out of this room.
Do you want to message it to me?
Yeah, sure.
Hold on. How many books? How many? How many can I stuff in my bag of holding?
Just a whole shelf. You just like slide it under the shelf and
There's a whole section gone. Need it. I want to open a library later. Just steal from one shelf, one section from each city. Got a whole library. It's easy.
Open your own.
Yeah. Got to reach out to the page mores.
My second book is almost full.
Sell it back to him.
I will
my
say,
God.
I wasn't actually kidding. When I did ask about her thing before, you did say Isle of Storms.
Did I? Okay, then it's that.
Because that's what I was looking for. Because I was like, I don't think I'm just saying Isle of Storms for literally no reason.
No, I believe that I said that. I do believe that. I don't remember it, but that does sound.
Because like I
something
have
that I said.
Queen Clover, aka Fields of Clover, the Tangled Vines for the tribe
Yeah.
name, the Thundering Creeks on the Isle of Storms.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
No.
Holy
right.
shit.
Yeah.
It's a lot of thundering and storms.
Yeah. I'm also trying to find the fucking.
Do you have a description of that person somewhere?
What?
Where you?
Who what? No, I'm looking for ye old tale of the forests in the south. With stuff buried there.
Grab water.
There we go. All right, very good. You said you changed it to Leopold and Gale, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I know that story.
Uh-huh. The super pertinent story for what's going on. Don't kill me. I'm a very good artist. I don't remember.
Did she get eaten by a cyclops?
Maybe. All right.
One second.
You're good.
Is this story important?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yes.
Don't give me those eyes. Don't do that.
Twig, did you ever see your queen fight?
Mostly just stayed in the tree.
In the tree?
Yeah, the tree is hollow.
Okay. Oh, all right. That
She couldn't.
is good to hear.
Couldn't get down.
That she has a tree house and not is a cat embedded in a tree. Oh,
Man, that would immediately become worse.
yeah.
I was just thinking she was stuck in the tree and there's no
Oh.
firefighters to go get her.
Please, we need a ladder, the queen.
It's an elaborate
That's what you're out looking
firefighter
for.
joke.
It's for a ladder.
I know I'll land on my feet, but I don't want to do it.
It's so far.
Right. Oh, okay.
Your name's still Dude, Where's My Legs? I love it. Is it going to be like that until you get your legs back?
Yes. Then, dude, here's my legs.
Dude, your legs are right over there.
Dude, I found your legs.
Okay.
All right.
She did give me her daggers. She retired them and I pulled them out.
Do they have
Retired?
names?
I didn't name them.
Did she name them? she taught you how to fight before you left, or
As a kid, she'd teach me. How
Did
to
she-
use them.
did she teach other people, or just you?
Mostly me.
Oh, God. All right, we'll start a separate page for that. God damn it.
I'm enjoying your suffering.
Is that a problem? It's good that Twitch knows how to fight.
No problems here.
She's very good at fighting.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Luna. That's terrible. Luna got a caramel apple bit into it, rotten.
Ah, that's so sad.
Really?
That goes from very good to very bad.
That never
so
happened to me.
quickly.
What the hell?
No. I wish I could send you another one. I kind of want a caramel apple now too.
And what the fuck was it? Fields of Clover?
His names are top tier.
Book names?
No.
Oh.
Said I'm looking for books.
I think you said that.
I did.
This next one is not real, but it's a great title.
Is that Hiding the Emperor Part 2?
What do you mean it's not real? I'm gonna forget that that's not real and assume that I have it.
It's my first phylactery liches for dummies.
I'd probably make a lot of money. Seriously, too. Even if it's not real.
Yep.
People don't know. There's no like internet.
Yeah, right.
Holy crap.
It's like, holy shit, really? I just
I'm gonna live
stabbed
forever.
myself in the heart repeatedly?
It's like those like TikTok videos of like, here's how to make a quick pie, and it, you know, if you actually try it, it winds up exploding or something.
Wait, did that happen? Did you do that?
Not with pie specifically. I didn't do anything, but there are definitely questionable life hack and videos on the internet that should not be attempted. Don't put eggs in the microwave.
Mr. Pigeon.
What? What do you mean? That's like the fastest way to cook them. It's great,
They
actually.
can also explode.
No, it doesn't.
They can.
Nah.
It doesn't happen every time.
You just like heat them for 30 seconds and they're good.
Does your family blade have a name?
Oh, I think, yeah, I didn't name it though. I messed that up. Yes. I was supposed to pick one and I never did. And
Okay.
it just reminded me.
Just
that I
pick a
did.
badass name right now off the
Oh,
cuff.
that's not happening. It's gonna be cool. Yes, it does have a name.
Okay.
Clownerus Maximus.
I will.
Would just for my sake now, would it have a name associated with storms in your mind?
No.
Okay.
But maybe.
Have you ever looked at her
It's
daggers?
Gelmaster 6000.
Have you ever looked at her blades? Like, closely, do they look at all like
I'll take them and look at them.
what kind of metal your people had?
Any chance the Twigs daggers are...
Made from the same metal. Make a...
Survival.
Listen, I had to do it for the flower,
It
alright?
was very important and it was a good idea.
Thank you.
Stand by
Make
it.
a...
Perception.
No, not perception. Just intelligence, I think, or survival,
Investigation?
or arcana. Yeah, what? One of the. Are you good at any of those?
Something. Make a something
There's gotta
check.
be one
Nope.
for that, right?
None of those.
For what? And investigating like
perception.
metal?
Yeah, cross-examining.
I mean, I'm gonna roll die either way, right?
Yeah.
It would have to be investigation.
Alright, well, it's an 18 on the die.
Okay.
So it's pretty
that's
fucking
fine.
good.
Doesn't-
Alright,
it
yeah.
really doesn't
Literally
matter.
doesn't
That's
matter what
fine.
the check was.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just curious for like.
Genuinely for me, it's like history or arcana, because like I think he would be looking for certain details that he would be connecting. It base in
Sure.
int is also totally fine.
Yep.
So this would all be 19 then.
Sure. Yeah, I would say that you, obviously having not seen blades like yours in a very long time, you still would be able to recognize the traits of the like almost Damascus nature of the dwarven mithril that they're made from. So yes. they
Okay,
would
so
be
these
made
would be made
from
of
the
a
same.
Okay.
Yes. Similar if not the same metal.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, I would look them over and nod.
And you said your people left when they were attacked by a dragon.
Like dragons keep coming up. Could it be the same dragon?
Which one? What?
The one that attacked Kenma.
No, that one was gold.
You said dwarven.
This was a different one.
This one was white.
Oh, white.
Or
So the
is it?
it
slightly
is
different?
dwarven. It's mithril that it was made from, which the dwarves mined. Yeah. Elves would have traded with them originally
Sure,
to get
to get
those
it.
types of metal.
Because
Yes.
that's what I'm trying to,
Yes.
for me, pinpoint. She lived in... Because, like, I obviously don't know where dwarves is. Like, literally the only connection I have are the fucking...
Close.
Yeah.
Very close.
And that's why I'm trying to go, like, oh, fuck, like, white dragon.
Yeah,
like,
you were told that
cold
that's
dragon.
the ice cream king.
The ice cream
is
king,
over there.
Frostholm.
Yeah,
Or
it's in
Frosthelm or
Frostholm,
whatever.
and that island is pretty close
Yes.
to that. Yes.
I can't wait.
Let's go meet the ice cream king, please.
Does your queen look like you? Like, in coloration? Because you're, like, a brownish, right?
Yeah, I'm like tan and gray.
Okay.
I never pictured her.
I don't know what that lady who told me how to do things looks like.
Just off the cuff.
Do you have an idea for what the queen would look like in coloration of fur?
Yeah, let me pull up my
Cat
notes.
breed.
I'm. Yeah. I was trying to think of fucking like snow leopard because
What's-
if they're from mountain.
No. Give me what's the naked one? The Siamese? Yeah.
Sphinx.
Sphinx.
Spending
Yeah.
too
the
much time in the restricted section. Paul.
horrifying one.
Yeah, so your queen would have had very similar, like, snow leopardy vibes. White fur, the black, kind of lightly spotted. She would have worn a crown made of, like, twigs and leaves and things of that nature, vines.
Like
to go-
clover.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
Does she have a big fluffy snow leopard tail?
Yes, she
Does she
absolutely
occasionally just holds?
Wait,
Yeah.
snow leopard. I've seen Kung Fu Panda.
She's a traitor! She betrayed the dojo, Paul!
False shepherd.
There's another book.
Oh shit.
Is it called Kung Fu Panda 4?
No.
Dom's script for Jack Black?
You motherfucker!
Yeah, that one I'm openly holding. Yeah,
Okay.
that one just perusing. Fuck.
Is it hiding the info?
No, it's better.
Better.
Baby's first phylactery.
I'm assuming by the name it's dwarvish.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Is it written in dwarvish? I know dwarvish, right? I think I do. Yeah, I know dwarvish.
Yeah, it's written in dwarvish. yeah.
Okay. Okay. Great. God damn you! Fuck. You couldn't resist.
No, I had to do that one.
As an aside, I feel like in general we have not encountered or spoken with a large number of dwarves, correct? There was the singular ice cream man and the blacksmith.
There's not been many.
So we've got 2 identified dwarves, a blacksmith, and an ice cream maker.
Weren't the
Yeah, aren't they far away? That's why. Right?
Weren't the Aquamen like a dwarven race?
Hybrid.
They're dwarf fuckers.
Yeah.
Elf fucker.
Elf fucker. Yes, they are far away. And I'm trying to, like, her people getting run out by a dragon feels weird.
I mean, what do you mean? She's got a snow leopard queen. The bad guys. What are you talking about? Easy. Dragon no like. What do you think about? I don't know what your train of thought is.
I'm wondering why You were born on the island, right? Where did... Before your people came to the island, did they live in a town? A village? Like a city? Just aimlessly in the snow, in the mountains? Like... Or in a dragon's lair?
So you would have been told that they lived in the mountain range. So could have been.
How prominent is her fur?
Twigs?
Yes. Is it short, long?
It's pretty long.
Does she have scales beneath?
It's a dragon cat!
Oh God. Oh no.
I had Sarah Dragon Cat.
Pippin Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Do we all need to do retroactive?
It's
Wait, I
toothless.
inspected her
It's just
tattoos
toothless.
really well.
Yes.
They cut through the fur, right? Like remove it, or is it?
No,
underneath?
it's like it's similar to like where the areas where that was the fur has become a different color.
Is it also her skin underneath?
Yes.
Or... Okay.
Yeah.
And she has skin, not scales.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah, she has skin, not scales.
Is it really tiny scales? Can I do a check?
Make a microscope check.
Okay. I'm really far away.
Okay.
Really got a moisturize.
I'll do it at disadvantage.
Okay.
Holy shit, there was an 18 and 12. So that's 18.
Yeah, you can see that there are actually small dragons on her skin that are kind of living in the fur.
From
Like a
through the glass, like
microbiome.
20 feet away.
Yes, yeah, you can see them. They just like
He's really high. She's got dragons on her skin.
yeah, that
dude.
wizard hamp's really strong.
I'm flying.
Marcus, look out.
Where's the smut section? Is it nearby?
You can see that's on the other end of the hall.
Yeah, I walk towards that area.
Okay. I'll give you a book title of that too.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Wait, you're gonna... Oh, no.
You asked for it.
Oh. Damn. I would look at him and 100% ask, do you know anything of dragons? I have only 2 stories in my lifetime about situations involving dragons, and both of them have been about their incredibly destructive power. But I do not know their nature.
Unfortunately, I do not know much of dragons. I have not come across any or dealt with any in my time. I did not leave the area where we were frequently. I know that from what little I know, their nature varies greatly from their element. Some are more acceptable to people, and others are much more protective. Evil.
Hostile.
Yes. Fiercely protective of their hordes, from what little I've read. My best friend was a dragon.
Yeah.
There you go, Paul. There's your book.
I'm
from the
so
SWAT
afraid.
section.
I was gonna pick the title, but I'm scared. Is that the same guy?
He's very multifaceted.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, I would assume that I would notice the author and be like, I mean, it's got to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that too.
Very good. Are you then walking back over?
Yeah, clearly looking at the smut book.
Yeah.
It's like the other book's open, but then the smut book's on top.
Yeah.
Walking
Are you
towards the
walking
table.
in?
No, I'm walking
Okay.
towards like a table in that area.
Okay. Okay.
Probably
so, like,
near the other
outside?
creepy old man that was there.
Okay. Are outside of the room that they're in, or in
Yeah,
the
I
room?
thought there was a section, the restricted section, where there was another guy.
Yeah, that's the wizard they're talking to.
Oh, it's the wizard they're talking
Yes.
to? Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just...
Okay. Yeah, so Rin walks in, and you see him holding 2 books. The one on top is labeled Silver, gold, and other dragonborn love.
Oh, it's in common?
Yes.
This one's in common,
That
the
one's
other
in
one. The other
common.
one's not, right?
The other one's not.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Another. Hello.
This is our friend, the young master in.
Now don't look up. I'm just looking at the book.
Okay.
Young master, I think you should care about this man greatly.
I'll just look up at him and nod.
He knows Galeth Sarkin.
How do you do?
Eladril.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Could you show him your necklace?
Sure. I'll, sleight of hand one of them off?
Sure.
To try and just
Yeah,
do you want me to
so-
roll sleight so
Yeah,
that way he
roll
doesn't see?
sleight of hand. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, no. You very easily, like, pull your finger under your neck and, like, you're grabbing it, and you kind of, like, fiddle it around from the other ones and pull it out.
Okay. I'll hand it to him.
Can't say that I recognize this.
The symbol of the people of Kenbear?
Yes. Right.
Supposed to protect them from the voices in the woods.
These were on some of the bodies.
Bodies?
Yes, from whatever this sacrifice was.
When did this sacrifice happen?
30 years ago, maybe less.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I think that's when that happened, so.
Yes.
Do you know these people?
I'll extend my mage hand for him to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it back on.
Mm-hmm.
They're
I'm
his
from-
people.
I'm from there.
Oh, I wasn't aware anyone survived.
Just me.
Terribly sorry.
Why?
If your people were wiped out, seemingly by Galeth Sarkin.
Why are you sorry? That would imply guilt.
Suppose so.
I think he's just conveying sympathy.
Yes.
I'm just gonna look at him very coldly.
Sure.
Do you know the symbol for Talos?
It's, lightning bolts.
Is there anything else that connects to it?
No, they're just lightning bolts. 3 different colors.
3 different colors.
Colors.
Silver, gold.
Blue.
The other colors, all of them.
It's green, red, and purplish color.
Alright, so my ability to draw is great. I've got these tree rubbing marks. One of them looks like some kind of spooky Depends ad.
What?
And the other one looks like hot fire.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what these mean.
Those were one
They
of-
were part.
It was on the, like, tree. One of them was yours and one of them was Ren's.
Okay. Alright.
I think the bottom one was yours.
Oh, that's right. That's the Shadowed Thorns. No.
Or maybe it was the other way around. The top one was yours. Yours was like a weird crown-looking thing.
Okay. And then what was his?
It was just like a very odd shape.
Did you also draw it? Because you do that. You do
I would
that
turn to
stuff.
leave the room and go and look for
I
that.
remember doing it.
For...
I sent you something.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I genuinely am not going to be able to remotely trust actually what the fuck this looks like. Because, sincerely, it looks like
I remember doing it.
Roll me
Spooky,
a investigation.
spooky fire, and like I said, that one's like creepy.
It's gonna be a 15.
It's from early on, so it might be in your first notebook.
Assuming that if I
What
skimmed the table of
What
contents
town?
of the other one
I don't
didn't
remember
mention.
where you were, but we were
Assuming it didn't.
talking about Kenmare.
And that was probably on the road when we met, what's his name?
Yes, it's when we were talking to Arthur. That.
Yeah, that was a doodle.
Damn it.
There it is.
Those are the lightning for Talos' symbol, but you don't have the tree rubbings. Unless it's on the next page.
Wasn't that the tree rubbings?
Yeah, these names slap.
Thank you.
Holy shit.
Oh no, that was found on
Are
the
they
map.
random or did you make them up?
What, the
Yeah.
names of the authors?
Yeah.
Partially random, partially make them up. Thank you.
Did you guys by any chance draw the tree rubbings?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
That's all I got.
No, it's okay. Kill me.
It would look like what you got over there.
Yeah,
Whatever that
it's
is. I can't draw.
I'm gonna quietly pull out my drawing of the mirror
Mm-hmm.
and hand it to Marcus.
Do you want me to ask? Have you seen this? It's a mirror.
Can't say that I have, I'm sorry.
It's all right. Do you by any chance know of a strange elf man with amber hair, right?
Yes.
That thief?
Mm-hmm.
He stole this. Can you describe the amber man?
Oh yes, he's. I don't know how tall he is. Probably, maybe your height. I think he was tall. And he had red hair and blue eyes.
This is going great. Do you know that guy?
Can't say that I do. I've not interacted with that many people.
Ponytail.
How about now?
No, I'm sorry.
All right, here you go. I'm very sorry.
Maybe the guy at the front desk might know something.
Sure.
I'll take it. Put it away.
You don't know what this grove was called before it was called the Blightwood?
What was it?
Was it in common?
Yes. Perhaps it will come back to me.
Like the Grove of Guardians? Guardians of the Galaxy?
Nothing,
Guardian's Grove?
Guardians Grove?
Nothing got on the nose.
Definitely not the Guardian's Grove.
Oh, yes. I had it. Gale's Hollow.
That makes sense. You said you left, right?
Yeah.
The relics you were protecting underneath here, were they by chance a pair of swords?
Yes.
very unfortunate. And you have left Thalar in charge now?
Yes.
He had said he, right, in reference? Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And is Thalar a cleric of Lathander?
Yes, he is.
Where in the Blightwood is this grove, sir?
At its center, there's a very large tree.
What does the tree look like? What kind of tree?
Like a willow tree.
Near this tree, is there by chance a source of water? Like a lake or something of the sort?
Yes.
Bay water?
Yes.
I think we know how to get you home.
I can't go home yet.
No, not yet, but eventually. I think we know how to take your flowers to where they need to go.
This Blightwood sounds pretty dangerous, though.
Yes. And unfortunately, we only have 2 of the necklaces to be able to offer protection. Do you know what strange spirits there are in this woods that evidently plague the people that come through with whispers?
I can't say that I do. The Blightwood itself has more of those horrible things you fought,
Yes.
but I have not ventured into these other woods further in.
Are they the ones you made?
No, we dispatched of the ones that we made, but others appeared outside of the grove.
Trying to get in?
Yes.
Oh dear.
It is,
Eladriel, did Gaelith pay much attention to these experiments you performed, still inside, when Hera was attempting them? Would he know how to replicate their magic?
possibly. We all watched. It's the only reason we were able to attempt to replicate hers.
We were told he was a wizard.
He is. He is like Rin. And I believe that that is probably why he wants. How long have you been out of the grove?
A year or so.
Do you know that Thalar is alright? Alone.
Yes, I received word from him recently. He is alright. But I don't know for how much longer.
Yes, you said dying.
Yes. Old but not immortal.
What if I had someone who could perhaps serve there? Should she be interested? It feels cruel to take a woman who was just given her freedom and ask her to sacrifice it once more. But Hera will is a devoted servant of Lathander, and might also be willing to assist in the protection of the grove.
If she so chooses.
Yes, I cannot speak for her, She is safe with my people back in a different town. But if she would be willing to, the grove is not something that can be left unprotected.
Yes. If you think that she will, then I will gather my research and return there and await for you. I do not wish to leave Theolar there alone longer.
No, he should not be alone. While you have been inside of these archives, have you ever looked at any text to see whether or not Galeth Sarkin's name might be in it?
I have searched.
Nothing?
No. Though I have not obviously searched every book, as I am primarily focused on these druidic readings.
Have you searched for the ones in regards to Kenmare or Briarwood?
I've not seen anything on Kenmare. I'm sure there are books on Briarwood. But I'll admit I have not looked for Kenmare books.
Forgive me for suggesting it, but I do think it is important that you return home to Theolar. I do not know whether or not he is in danger immediately, but I fear Galeth attempting to return. Do you know where in the grove the relics are hidden?
Buried beneath the tree.
Does Galeth know this?
Yes. We all did. The Gale Callers. That's our title.
Do any of you have any need for him before he returns home? Before you leave, sir, do you know the name Fivril Blackflower?
I've heard echoes of it in my time, yes.
He is a dangerous man, and should you, on your travels home, be approached by anyone who uses such a name, I suggest you run.
All right.
We will find you.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
Straightens up his cloak and gathers a few books and leaves the room.
Yes,
Aren't the woods dangerous?
yes.
You might not want to go alone.
If he was able to leave, I am certain he'll be able to get back. It also seems as though whatever spirits there are inside do not bother the Guardians. Which makes me hopeful that they might recognize the tattoos on Twig, and might not bother Twig when we eventually go there.
That would be really nice.
Yes, that would mean that we would only need 3 additional necklaces. However, those spirits also might not bother you, being who you are.
I've never been bothered by spirits before.
Have you ever asked Oberon about them?
Spirits?
Yes.
Have I ever asked Oberon about spirits or been told of spirits?
I don't think so.
The next time you have an opportunity to speak to him, I think that you should. and what these kinds of spirits might be that whisper.
We can go back to the lake.
Perhaps tomorrow. Do the two of you need to look for books?
I need to look for the mirror still. That's
I
why we
know.
came here.
Yes.
I don't think it's here though. Doesn't look like there's mirrors here. It's mainly books.
No, I think that man was our best opportunity for a follow with the mirror for you.
So we have to go to some seed area.
Yes.
Seed Street.
Yeah. I think that's what I was told. A seedy
Yes.
place.
Smut book in hand.
Might I see your daggers? In terms of what Marcus, for the symbols incorporated into his maul, with like etchings and other things like that, for the hilt and handle of the daggers, would there be anything on them? And like totally up to the two of you.
Sure. So the description that I had come up with before is that they are silver handled and
Okay.
bound with leather around the part where you would obviously
Grip.
grab the hilt.
The grip.
With this like Damascus, almost slightly blue hued blade with a purple gem embedded into the like hilt, in the edge of the
The
hilt.
pommel.
Yes.
Purple gem.
Yes.
Does it look like it's an amethyst?
It does. Which isn't yellow. That's a topaz. as we've previously determined.
Purple topaz.
In each of them.
Yes.
Gem looks like clean cut, pristine.
Yeah. Twig, do you think it would make sense for in the like leather banding to have like a clover pattern cut into them for her? Okay. That also then.
Yeah, I would kind of give a good turn over and then extend them back. Oh, they are gorgeous and very ornamental. And of the same kind of material. Mr. Pigeon. Did your people only make swords?
I wouldn't have only made them, right? It'd be more of like a specialty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Other blades?
I would, I guess, take my sickles out and like flip them and hold them together
Okay.
and show you like a long. Do one of these.
A lawnmower. Oh my god. And you said very long ago. I remember we did the up for the decades, it was over 100, right?
An old clown.
Old? Or young?
Both.
What?
Impossible to tell.
Do you know how long ago your people went to the island? I might have already asked this, and I'm sorry. I'm thinking of something.
It was...
4155.
Yeah, so it was 120 years before Twig was born. And it would be... One second.
Tabaxis have like normal lifespans, right?
I think so.
140 years ago.
Yellow and red. It's just the right colors, you know?
Is there anything you want to do in private, Ren?
No, just that.
Okay.
Just what I said. Yeah.
Very good.
Mr. Pigeon, do you know anything of dragons? I intend to ask the librarian at the front. Do any of you need anything? Mira, I know. The creation of the blades, did it have a name for what kind of metalwork it was?
Would have had a special. It's like I know the sword style does, but like I don't know if the actual metal process.
We'll talk and come up with something that makes sense.
I effectively just intend to go up to the librarian and ask where, because like you said, it's alphabetized, right?
It's not alphabetized.
It's not alphabetized.
It's not.
Okay. Yeah. Dragons.
Yep.
Valinar blades / like if he knows if there's anything at all about the metallurgy involved in their creation. How do I ask about a Fey trinket without saying Fey trinket?
You can show him the picture.
Got any hag shit?
Antique mirrors.
Okay.
It feels like it's in the right ballpark without being like, yo, dude, you see this fucking weird magic mirror that like
Sure.
Fey Queen lost?
Sure.
Don't tell him that.
A tits lost.
Yeah, tits lost her mirror, dude. Come on.
Okay.
Those are the things that I would ask for. I would also ask whether or not they have a policy for renting books in exchange for money.
Okay. Okay. So as you are walking up towards the front,
He's been stabbed in the face.
yeah, he's dead. All the books are gone.
All of them!
Ren's standing there, hunched over the body.
Bag of holding.
Smut's really good here.
Just his body is halfway in the bag of holding. I can explain.
But yeah, I'll have you guys switch.
Yes, because that's
for
why I'm
Lawrence.
trying
Yep.
to ask.
Thank you.
Books. Sorry. Valinar blades.
You like the book name, Small?
You fuck. Silver, gold, and the other metals. That was one of them. And
Love it.
And the other one is Silver, Gold, and
Maybe a
Other
story
Dragonborn.
about Leopold and Gale.
By the same guy.
that was a smut book, right?
Yeah, no, that's not a bad call at all. Leopold and Gale as well, whether or not they have a book on that.
Leopold and Gale.
So Valinar blades, their metallurgy, dragons, Leopold and Gale, and antique mirrors.
Uh-huh.
Alright, cool. Goodbye. Hop back in the car and go to dinner.
Okay. after that.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't meeting him at the
Sure.
archives. The anticipation would be that we're going back to meet him for dinner.
Sure. Yep.
I assume
You guys
that
are
this
done.
is just a coincidence, but I wouldn't have recognized that guy, right?
No.
The name was the same as the name in my backstory. I
Really?
assumed it was just a name.
Are we sure?
Eladrel or
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was just an accidental overlap. I just wanted to
Probably.
make sure that you would. Yeah. It,
You guys my
here,
dad!
It's in my. I can show you.
like your backstory?
Which one?
The
Oh, that one?
yeah.
I think that's different.
Okay.
Is this another Elrand Felrand?
Oh, I guess it. Okay, no, you're right. It's one letter. It's a letter different.
Okay.
It is. Yes.
It is an Elrand Felrand.
It's an Elrand
Yeah,
Felrand.
no,
Felrand.
sure is. You're
Okay.
absolutely right. I just looked at it again.
Felrand.
Now that's
Classic.
That was so bad. I loved that, but that was so rough. Look at this guy. Elrand? No, you mean Felrand. No, what? No, we're
Classic
Elrand.
Don. That name sounds good and familiar.
I really like how it feels.
It's got a good mouthfeel to it.
Yeah. So,
So,
Shay walks out into the morning.
indeed. I didn't receive my cloak back from Bloody Marcus.
You did not.
Um,
I'll say that there are definitely cloaks by the entrance if you would have liked to have swiped one on the way out.
what do they look like?
Just like generic
Just like a
black
regular
cloaks.
old cloak?
Yep.
Am I just snatching somebody's cloak right now?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I am.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, there's enough people in the tavern that when you get upstairs, you could have very easily just popped the cloak.
oops, I thought it was mine.
Yeah. Yeah, the code check person was wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get cloaked up then. You
Yeah.
know. Get ourselves out into the morning air.
Cool.
Now, I was told that the Thieves Guild is in the wharf.
Yep. Beneath the Sag and Dragon Tavern.
Okay. But
There's
I was
also the
also
sewer
told there was a
entrance.
sewer entrance.
Correct.
And I would imagine, as long as I can get to the sewer entrance, it's probably a less conspicuous way to get to the... Like, there's probably some amount of people that know what it means to go into the Sag and Dragon Inn.
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, then I think sewer entrance is probably the way to go.
Sure. Yeah.
Carefully.
Yep.
Keeping an eye out for
Anybody watching?
anybody watching.
Yeah. So you make your way to the theater district again?
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
that's I don't know another way in, I guess. Not off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean, you would assume that the sewers would connect, but that's the way that you went before, so it would make sense to go back to the
Yeah,
same
I know
road.
that path.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the way I'm gonna go. Let me check on the thing. Yep, good. Have the old hooded lantern. Check.
Very good.
Yeah, I would go that way. And I would definitely be especially careful as I go to drop down an alley to sneak into a sewer grate.
Yep.
But I'd probably walk more casually.
Yeah,
most
to
of the
not
rest
be
of the way.
conspicuous. Sure.
Yep.
I'm assuming you guys would not have relocked the sewer grate that you went in.
I don't believe that we did.
Okay.
I don't
Let's see
know.
if a guard noticed and
Yep.
relocked it.
Yep,
Let's
you
see.
can let me know.
Yes, it is locked.
Yep. Okay. Well, then we're doing the thing.
Yep.
I guess I'd go into the alley. I would wait and make sure that nobody came walking past to oh, I saw somebody go down there.
Sure.
Let me check before I start fiddling a lock.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make a, I guess, perception check for me to kind of peep other people around.
That's pretty good. That's a 23.
Yeah, so you can tell that there's not really anybody in this alley that you're in, especially this early. The theater district is much more active at night. But even then, the alley that you went in was pretty dead, kind of out of the way. So you see like a couple people that are like walking past the alleyway, but you're kind of
nobody's,
like behind a building.
Taking note of
Yeah.
looking down the alley.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
there's nobody.
All right. Yeah, then I'm gonna jimmy this luck.
Very good. Yeah, thieves' tools.
Nope, that's a natural one, sir.
Ooh, okay.
It's a natural one. I don't
yeah,
know what
so-
my bonuses are. I assume it's sleight of hand.
Yeah,
So it is a +8.
+8, natural 1. Yeah, so I'm gonna say that this you have you for sure have more than one set of thieves' tools on your person. But as you're you push these into this lock and start to fiddle with the pins, and you feel your one the like thing that pushes up the pins kind of cracks on something, and you pull it out, and the little raised up part has been broken off.
Sure. But not stuck in the lock, or is it?
Not stuck in the lock.
Okay.
As you kind of like shake it, it tumbles out.
Yeah, then I guess we'll try it again.
Yep.
That is a 24.
Yeah, you're good this time. You pop this lock and open this grate and make your way down into the familiar sewers, kind of like half putting the lock back so that way.
No, I'm going to bring the lock with me.
Oh, okay, sure. Cool.
And I'm going to throw it into the water in the
Oh,
middle.
very good. Yeah. Yeah, so you take this lock and you yeet it into the sewer, and you close the grate above you and make your way back down these sewer tunnels.
I'm going to... I'm going to change my face.
Okay.
I went out and purchased a cloak a couple days ago in the city, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably just like change my face to like some person that happened to be working there.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody that I don't suspect has ever gone to the Thieves Guild, but also
Sure.
not somebody that someone might be looking out for at a Thieves
Yeah.
Guild.
Cloak stalker number 1.
Yep. Boatman number 1.
Yeah.
Yep. So I would do that, and I would make my way. I'd light my hooded lantern. Mm-hmm. I can't see down here.
Very good.
I'd
Yeah,
assume there's not enough daylight down
there is
through
not,
the grates. And I would make my way downtown, walking fast. I believe you said fakements, I believe, was the correct pathway toward
Yes.
toward the guild per discussion with person just yesterday in game. But like several weeks ago in real life.
Yes. Fakements, yes. Which was makes things, which took you towards the Artisans Guild and the wharf.
Yep. So I would, as long as I don't see any people on my way, I would make my way down that same path that we came in and around toward that
Sure.
area. I would be quiet just in case there were... I mean, we did break somebody out of prison, so just
Yeah.
in case they
Somebody's creeping
set up
down
some
here.
sort of patrol or had somebody come down and check. Obviously, somebody locked the grate
Yeah.
to the way we got in, at least.
Sure. Yeah, make a stealth check for me.
$21.
Okay. Yeah, so you creep your way through this sewer back to this central area and make your way down through the fakements marked tunnel, and as you get further in, probably about 5-ish minutes of walking through the tunnels, you see that there is a crack in the wall that's been kind of like cut in, as you were told would be there, leading off at a diagonal into the ground.
Yep, I would go that way. I don't think we asked them. I don't think that they said that there was any indicator of suggesting that we knew somebody, right? Or that we belonged or anything like that, other than walking down a tunnel that not everybody would know about.
No, they had only told you that there were certain areas within the Thieves Guild that unless you had a significant amount of coin or knew somebody, you would not be able to get into.
Right. And he implied that he wasn't even.
Correct.
I forget what his name was.
His name was Theodore, his brother was Tommy.
Teddy and Tommy.
Yes.
Alright. Then I would assume if he was telling us about that entrance that this won't be one of the entrances that you need to be super high up to go in.
Correct, yes,
So,
that would make sense.
I would go down that path. I would continue down that path. He didn't say there was another branch on the path, so I guess I'm going to follow this path until I arrive at whatever accounts for a Thieves Guild in this city.
Sure.
I don't suppose I know to any degree what amount of Thieves Guild is present in this particular city for historical reasons.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so you...
enough that there's a guild, obviously.
Enough that there is a guild, yeah, enough that there is a guild. Yeah, so you kind of duck through this, like... it's like a red piece of fabric, like a kind of dusty piece of fabric that's kind of covering the entrance this time. I'm not really hiding it, which is like nobody really comes down here, but just kind of blocking the entrance off a little bit. And you make your way through this tunnel and head down, and as you get further and further in, you begin to hear the sounds of stuff above ground, theoretically this tavern that is above where you're walking. And the stone and dirt becomes wood, and you make your way to a single wooden door that is in front of you with a torch kind of embedded into the wood in a little like stone box.
Any
next
thieves
to the
cant
door.
about?
Yeah, you can see that there is Thieves Cant written above the door that says knock.
I would knock on this door.
You see something slide open on the door, and you see a set of eyes belonging to what looks like a half-orc.
Yes.
Just have some inquiries I need to make. Figured this would be a good place for people seeing things that not everyone sees.
Yes.
And he shuts it, and you hear the door creak open, and he steps aside.
Just casually dressed. What's he look like?
Yeah, so he's got a, like, very muscled, like, slightly, not like green olive, but kind of close to that, skin. He's got some, like, scars and things on his knuckles. He's got a leather band around his arm and a set of, like, leather armor under a, like, cloth tank top. Fairly common pants and everything like that. He's got fairly prominent, like, tusks.
I'd pull the hood down on the cloak, you know, casual like.
Yeah.
As if to imply that I didn't mind somebody seeing who I am, that
Sure.
I'm not, like, trying to sneak about now that I'm where I intended to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would pull the front of it closed around me, just so that
Sure.
he's not seeing the rest of my belongings. I think that's probably standard practice when you're in a Thieves Guild hall.
Yeah, for sure.
And
What's your name, friend?
Throg.
Throg. Leaf.
I would
Pleasure.
shake his hand.
What did you say it was?
Leaf.
Leaf. Okay.
I don't suppose you have anyone down here particularly skilled in keeping an eye about the city.
Yeah. Have that, yes. What are you looking to do, aside from keeping an eye?
Just monitoring some coming and going of particular people, and perhaps see if I could convince somebody to intercept missives, should there be any of the sort that I'm looking for. Oh, and,
Bag
Okay.
snatcher, then.
yeah, I have a friend that's interested in items you might be fencing. Explosives, if you have them.
Of course, of course. Yeah, well,
Straight through there, and he points. You can see that there are like, there's a wooden staircase that heads straight down. There's one that heads up, and then there's a hallway that leads straight. And he points down that hallway into something that looks like it opens up into a slightly larger space.
that's where you'll find most of your common thieves, specialists of that nature. For what you're looking for, probably in there.
What if I were looking for someone more specialized?
To what end?
You know how these things go. Someone a little more trustworthy for a thief.
Well, a thief is as trustworthy as a thief gets.
We
you're
both
looking
know that
for-
it could be more trustworthy. I'm going to pass him 5 gold.
Sure, absolutely.
Sure. Still, through there, you're gonna want to talk to Krog.
Grog,
Yes, my brother.
I thought it might be.
Tell him Throg sent you.
Very well. Very well. It's a pleasure.
Good luck.
Thank you.
He closes the door and steps back in front of it and just like sits down in a chair.
Yeah, I will proceed in the direction that he pointed me.
Yeah.
On the hunt for Krog.
On the hunt for Krog. Yeah, so you make your way down this wooden hallway, and it opens up into a much larger space. You take about 2 steps down into a obviously completely wooden area, theoretically under this this Sagan Dragon Tavern. You can hear footsteps above, fairly muffled. And you can see that this opens up into not like if you're visualizing like a big cafeteria, like that type of size of space.
Okay.
Where there's a bunch of different tables. There are people kind of lined up at different like booths that are kind of lining the edges with different groups of people mulling about. And
Is this like the basement to the tavern, or is this like sewers underneath what would be the basement to the tavern?
yeah, this would be underneath the basement to the tavern.
Okay, so this would still be sewer
level
themed.
Yes. Yeah, I mean it's wooden.
Yes, it's obviously built out to be lived in instead of
Yes.
shat in, but
Yeah.
the previous construction for which it might have originally been created would have been sewer
either
level.
sewer or dug out from that. Yeah, it could have been
Sure.
an old shaft for something.
Very subterranean.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and you see that there is a deep red curtain at the back of the room, kind of like vaguely illuminated by these flickering torches, straight across from you towards the back. And you can see that there is another very large half-orc standing there, arms folded in front of it.
Does he look like Throg?
He does not look like Throg, but he is another half-orc.
So he doesn't necessarily look related to...
Not necessarily, no. But that's the only other, like, that's the most apparent, like, section in here that looks to be kind of off by itself.
Is this place... How many people are in here?
There's a good, like, 50 to 100 people.
50 to 100
Yeah, there's a
people.
bunch of people.
And you said there's like booths, like stalls,
Kinda like
like
stalls,
people doing
yeah.
business or
Yep.
whatever. I want to walk in a ways super casual, not like
Sure.
I don't want to look like the new guy because that's the
Absolutely.
way you get stolen from.
Yeah.
I want to look like I've done this before,
Sure.
and I probably have.
Sure.
I want to walk. About you said like cafeteria size.
Yep.
And this dude is as far away from me as he could possibly be.
Yes, complete other
He is
side.
all the way to. So I'm going to walk like halfway across the room.
Sure, cool.
And then I'm gonna find somebody that's posted up at a stall.
Sure.
And I'm just gonna walk up. I'm just gonna slap my hand down on whatever surface is closest to in front of them. Make an obvious coin noise with a couple gold, and slide it their way and say, "I don't suppose you know where Krog is at?"
Yeah, so you see there's a fairly muscled human man, like, filing his nails with something. He just, like, dusts them off.
Krog, you're looking for?
Indeed.
He just kind of turns, points at the red curtain behind him.
Back there. You got an appointment?
No. Throg sent me.
He reaches under and pulls out a small little card and punches on it a little, like, skull insignia on it.
You'll need that.
Thank you.
Of course.
Takes the couple gold and slips it into his pocket and looks back down.
Just gonna keep moving.
Yep.
He's clearly done with me. I'm clearly done with him.
Yeah.
Just keep moving. He said through there, so it's not the half-orc at the curtain,
yes.
presumably.
Yes.
So I will not approach this half-orc and refer to him as Krog.
Yeah.
Because that would be racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish making my trek across the room to this curtain. I'm gonna approach like I know what I'm doing.
Sure.
And I'm gonna flash this card.
Yep.
Throg sent me to see Krog.
He takes it from you, kind of folds it in front of you. Very good. Rips it in half, pockets it, and pulls the curtain aside.
I'll walk through.
He lets the curtain drip back, and you hear him step back in front of it. You walk into a fairly darkened hallway made out of stone this time. As you walk and kind of wind your way around, it opens up into a larger space, a little entryway with a double set of doors.
Okay. No people.
No people.
Any thieves' cant?
No thieves' cant.
Nothing written in thieves' cant. It was polite to knock at the previous door. Does it sound like there's any sort of noise coming from beyond this door?
Yeah, you can see flashing of like a fireplace or a torchlight inside, and you can hear somebody like moving about.
Just moving about, nobody talking?
No talking, no.
Okay, then I will knock.
Okay, sure.
I can hear somebody moving. They're presumably close enough to the door.
Yes.
And they're not making conversation, which means it's not like the room I just came out of.
Correct. Yep.
So, yeah, I will knock as though this is somebody's dwelling place and not just a room I can walk into.
Sure.
Enter.
I will enter.
Yes, you enter and you see a deep gray-skinned half-orc with slightly pointed, almost elvish ears. Not quite as pointy as an elf, but definitely not as muscled as Throg was. With much smaller tusks. And he, leaning against the desk at the back, you can see that this is similar to like an office. There's a big red leather armchair behind this desk. There's a fire roaring in the corner. There's several like things of alcohol on the walls.
What business do you have?
Is this the only person in this room?
Yes,
Are there any other entrances or exits to this room?
just this.
So it would be safe to assume if I came back here that this is Krog.
Yes.
Does he have a family resemblance to Throg?
No.
Not at all. Okay. But he is the only person back here,
He's
and
the only other person on
he is
here.
a half-orc.
Yes.
Half-brother. Half-orc, half-brother.
Yeah.
Krog, I presume.
Yes.
Your brother sent me. Throg. I asked for thieves of particular repute.
Of course.
He just kind of leans.
What specifics are you looking for? Do you care for a drink?
What do you have?
Spirits, alcohols, whiskeys, something stronger, dwarven.
Whatever you recommend. Would it be
Dwarven, then.
perfectly fine?
Walks over and pops a cork out of a large glass bottle and spills two little small amount of liquid into two different cups. Pops it back with a walks it back over and hands it to you and leans back against the desk, downs his and slams it on the table.
Yeah, I'll pound whatever this is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very strong. You feel this like fiery warmth of this alcohol. Very strong.
Well, I was hoping to speak to someone about some goings on in the city and the surrounding area. I was hoping to find somebody to perhaps monitor some comings and goings. Information, mostly. That's what I'm looking for.
Sure. No. You're likely to find that out there. Hire any of those men.
Yes, well, I would really prefer to find good information. You know how this sort of thing goes.
Yes. What's your budget?
It's considerable. I have a fair amount with me. I could bring more to bear were it needed.
If you're looking for top dollar, you're in the right place. What's the target?
Well, I was hoping to learn a bit about the Duke of Commerce, as well as the May family of Sir Benjamin May.
Do you want people to observe a duke and a lead knight? I'll have to get somebody inconspicuous for that. That can be done.
Very well. Who should I speak to about the details?
I'll send you downstairs. I'll bring them up. Is there anything else you need, or just this observation job?
Well, it's possible that someone, perhaps yourself, might have information already.
On?
Information that might not need to be sussed out. Well, I was hoping to know if there were any missives that had been intercepted for the Duke, particularly related to recently rediscovered elven princesses.
Don't do much bag snatching of mail unless requested. Haven't gotten many requests for that. Can't say we'd have that information.
Perhaps that's the sort of information that could be found then.
That will have a considerable cost.
What sort of cost are we talking?
Intercepting, probably about 20 gold pieces for the observation, 10 for the interception of mail.
Just gonna straight slide 30 gold to him.
Sure.
I think that that's a fair price for both of those things. Beyond that, I was hoping to learn of if there were any shipments of valuable water being shuffled about the surrounding area. On that end, if anybody was keen to the contents coming out of the mines in Greenridge.
Do you have information for trade?
Do I have any information for trade?
Yes.
Possibly. It depends on what sort of information you're looking for.
It depends on what you have. We're always looking for important information on potential targets of considerable wealth, of potential infiltration points for
Infiltration points.
yes, within businesses, things of that nature. Political schemes.
Political schemes. I think that I could probably speak on. I've not been in this particular city for very long. As far as infiltration goes, targets and the like. Political schemes, though. I do believe there is a... Well, the rumor is that the high-value target, one Marcus Shaw, was retrieved from prison recently. I do suppose that that will cause quite a scene, seeing as he was to be executed.
That is an interesting piece of information.
Some of the people in the city are suggesting that perhaps this figure might be related to a political coup. Perhaps you might find yourself short one Duke of Commerce sometime soon.
Interesting. That is good information. Should this story of yours come true, I may have some information on Green Ridge. Can't speak to these waters, though.
Understood. Understood. I don't suppose you happen to know if Jandar maintains his relationship with the Black Flowers? I'd heard he had severed it. Seems quite the tall tale. Not the sort of family you typically walk away from.
Can't say we've heard much of Jondar's dealings. He doesn't use our services.
That's not surprising.
But we do know the Black Flower name.
And its connections in the city.
Numerous. But their presence is lesser as of late.
Do they have any members still in the city?
Not currently.
How long?
A few months.
Do you happen to know why they vacated?
Can't say that I do, but they've not been here for some time. They're higher ups here. Their name goes far. As I'm sure you know.
I do. Yes. You don't know of Jondar's connections with the Black Flowers? How about the name Knox?
Knox?
Yes.
Can't say that I know it.
Interesting. Perhaps too close to the top. Not a name I would utilize in mixed company. I do believe that the good Duke is searching for a woman by the name of Wren. Should your associates hear of or discover such a person, that information perhaps could go quite a distance.
Do you have any information on this figure?
A mysterious figure. Dangerous, if I'm to understand correctly. Thus the Duke's interest. Believe she's an elven woman. Blonde of hair, but strikingly inconspicuous, or so I've heard. Someone from the Duke's past, I believe. Perhaps someone with significant information.
Such a person would be very helpful, I think.
I'd heard she was sneaking about the city during the parade. Paid the Duke's office a visit, conveniently while he was not around.
A coward.
Or perhaps a master of manipulation. The Duke is mysterious himself.
Yes.
Imagine what it must take to get into the head of such a man.
I suppose you're right. What is your name?
Leaf.
Pleasure.
Indeed.
Is there more that you need, Leaf?
Pours you another drink.
I was curious. More political information about a man by the name of Ubane. I believe he's some leader in the north, on the war front. Not one of our own countrymen, as it were. I will throw this drink back.
Sure. Make a con save for me. Okay. You feel warm, but fine.
Can't say we have much interest in wars. Don't know the name.
Understood. Understood. If I'm to understand correctly, it's an important war. Could change the political landscape. Probably something worth keeping an eye on, whether you pass that information on or not.
Much appreciated.
Yes.
Is there anything else you were looking for, Leaf?
I had a friend who wanted me to look into what sort of goods were being fenced down here. Explosives, if you have them. Bit of a fanatic.
Well, if you're looking for certain things, You'll want to check the night market.
I'd heard of such a place. I'm afraid I haven't found it yet.
Well, you have now. It's here.
Very well.
Deeper down.
And might I access this night market?
Yes, should you have the appropriate coin.
I don't think that will be a problem.
Easy enough, then.
Very good.
If you're looking for specific stolen goods, things of that nature, perhaps something more, that's where you'll go.
Understood. It has been a rare pleasure. The city has been tense of late.
Yes. It is difficult sometimes, but not displeasing.
Yes,
Chaos leads to good business.
true enough. For those of our persuasion, at least.
Yes.
If you need any work done, I know not all of those that run in these circles are to be trusted. Perhaps we could come to some sort of arrangement.
With all due respect, we have a great number of men, and I know very little of you. Should you prove your worth and your information be valid, we can talk.
I think you will find that all of my information is valid.
In due time.
Indeed. Do you need me here when you bring up the men that are going to look into these issues? Or should I take my leave?
You can take your leave.
Very well.
Return in a few days' time.
I'm gonna pass him another 50 gold.
Sure.
And I mean, I didn't beforehand coming into this room, literally. But if you would permit it, I think I probably would have written down like specifically what I was looking for.
Sure.
And I would pass that to him as well,
Sure.
just to be sure that he had that specific information. I'll send you
Yeah.
the
Sure.
like specific
Yep. What
like
you're gonna
this
have
is
written.
who I want tailed. This is what
Sure.
I'd like intercepted or whatever.
The night market.
Yes.
You said it's deeper.
Yes.
I'd very much like to see this night market before I continue on with my business.
Certainly.
He kind of like fiddles with the bit of gold in his hand and pockets it.
Why not? Come with me.
He walks past you.
I will follow him.
Cool. Gonna end there.
I'm assuming we're done.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Perfectly timed.
No. It's coming back.
Yes. No.
Friends, thank you very much for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed the episode this evening. We will be back next on Sunday for the Veiled Forest of Orbigo, Tuesday for the City of Oshwamp, and next Friday for the Lost Kings of Adoris. Again, we appreciate you guys very much, and we'll see you on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.